In 2010, a new advertising campaign was launched, usually based around people turning into different people, usually celebrities, as a result of hunger, taking the new campaign's name "You're Not You When You're Hungry" quite literally. In 2010, Betty White and Ava Goda appeared in the first Snickers commercial in this campaign, playing American football. The commercial was ranked by AdBull as the best advertisement of the year. The ad generated 400 million incremental and unpaid media impressions with a media value equal to $28.6 million.
Mike, what is your deal, man?
Oh, come on, man. You've been riding me all day.
Mike, you're playing like Betty White out there.
That's not what your girlfriend said.
Baby!
Whoa.
Eat a Snickers. Better?
Better.
Hey! I'm all bet!
That hurt.
You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Later in 2010, Snickers commercials featured singers Aretha Franklin and Liza Minnelli. It takes place during a long drive and features two different aging stars. Some scruffy young dudes get hungry and start behaving and looking like divas until Snickers brings them back from the edge.
You turn into a diva. Just eat it so we can all coexist.
Turn into a diva.
That's your system, cranky pants.
Okay.
Thank you.
Better? Better.
Will you get your knees out of the back of my seat?
Oh.
You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
In the 2011 Snickers Super Bowl 45 commercial features comedians Richard Lewis and Roseanne Barr. Roseanne Barr is known worldwide for the 80s sitcom Roseanne. Richard Lewis appeared in tons of movies and TV series. A group of loggers are on the job. One of the loggers in charge yells at Tony, who appears in the form of actor Richard Lewis, telling him to pick up the pace. Richard Lewis, in a whiny mood, says that he's just not feeling the woodcutting thing today. One of his fellow loggers approaches him and tells him to eat a Snickers. Tony takes a bite and immediately returns to his normal lumberjack form. From nearby, Roseanne Barr yells out that her back hurts.
You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
A 2011 Snickers TV commercial, Supermodels featuring Joe Pesci from Home Alone movie and Don Rickles. Joe Pesci portrays an irritable hothead. He gets off a few nasty one-liners while chatting with a couple of girls at a party, one of whom, oddly enough, later turns into Don Rickles.
You guys grew up together.
Since third grade.
What are you looking at?
I'm not looking at it.
We're not good enough for you. You look for something else?
I don't know.
What are you, big supermodels? Oh, who's us? Supermodels? What are you model, gloves? What are you doing? The girl's totally into me.
Brad, eat a Snickers.
Why?
Because you get a little angry when you're hungry. Better?
Better. So, ladies.
So, losers.
Stacy, relax.
Sorry.
You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers really satisfies.
In 2013, France and CLMBBDO get in on the action with new "You're Not You When You're Hungry" spot. Directed by the Glue Society's Gary Friedman, the commercial stars that iconic 80s baddie, a gremlin, who wreaks havoc all over a bro pad. That is, until he satisfies his hunger with a chocolately, nutty treat.
Here, have a Snickers, will you? Better? Better.
You're not you when you're hungry. Full of roasted peanuts, caramel and nougat covered in chocolate. Snickers satisfies.
In March 2014, a commercial featuring Godzilla was released to promote the 2014 Godzilla film. In the commercial, Godzilla is shown hanging out with humans on the beach, riding dirt bikes, and water skiing. He only begins rampaging once he's hungry. After being fed a Snickers bar, he resumes having fun with the humans.
Godzilla's actually pretty cool. Except when he's hungry.
Quick, throw him a Snickers.
You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
In February 2015, Snickers Super Bowl 49 commercial featured a parody of a scene from an episode of The Brady Bunch entitled "Subject Was Noses." In the commercial, Carol and Mike try to calm down a hungry and angry Danny Trejo. When the parents give Trejo a Snickers bar, he reverts into Marcia before an irate Jan, played by Steve Buscemi, runs upstairs and walks away.
Marcia, what happened?
Peter hit me in the nose with a football. I can't go to the dance like this.
Well, I'm sure it was an accident, sweetheart.
An eye for an eye. That's what Dad always says.
I never said that, honey.
Shut up! Time to teach Peter a lesson.
Marcia, eat a Snickers.
Why?
You get a little hostile when you're hungry. Better? Better.
Marcia, Marcia, Marcia.
Jan, this isn't about you.
It never is.
In 2016, for Super Bowl 50, another Snickers commercial was made, featuring Willem Dafoe as Marilyn Monroe and Eugene Levy, where Marilyn complains about filming the iconic subway grate scene in the 7-year itch. After being given a Snickers, Marilyn goes ahead with the scene, with Levy operating the fan below, commenting that the scene won't make the movie's final cut, that nobody would want to see it.
This is a disaster. Who's the genius who puts a girl in heels on a subway grate?
Miss Monroe, eat a Snickers.
Why?
You get a little cranky when you're hungry. Better?
Much better.
This scene will never make the cut. Morons.
In 2018, Brazil World Cup winner Ronaldo is seen celebrating a goal for Argentina. When he notices the confused faces around him, he eats a Snickers and returns to normal.
Gol da Argentina.
Você fica confuso quando está com fome. Snickers, uma barra de chocolate, amendoim e caramelo que mata sua fome.
The UK version of the campaign usually used British celebrities and, up until 2018, retained the slogan from the Mr. T era. In the initial advert, Joan Collins and Stephanie Beecham featured as locker room football.
Which one of you losers nicked my deodorant?
Who'd want to smell like you?
Who would smell like you?
Brilliant. Witty.
Zip it, Shrimpy. You know, you're bad at football, but at least you're short.
Whoa!
Dan, eat a Snickers.
Why?
Because you turn into a right diva when you're hungry. Better?
Better.
You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers. Get some nuts.
Unbelievable. Me subbed for Gary No-Goals.
In 2014, Rowan Atkinson as Mr. Bean returned on television by appearing on several UK Snickers commercials and cinema spots, in place of a martial arts master who had turned into him as a result of hunger.
John, focus.
Think power training.
Chung, you can concentrate when you're hungry. Eat a Snickers. Better?
Better. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers. Get some nuts.
Later, in 2018, Elton John appeared in a new advertisement where he turns into the African-American rapper Boogie after he eats a Snickers. It is revealed that he had turned into him due to hunger.
Take this diss and depart.
Oh, give it up for my man Grizzle. Up next we got my boy Boogie. Give it up for Boogie. Let's go. Okay. We got time.
Don't go breaking my heart. I couldn't be fought.
Whoa, stop right there.
What?
Here, eat a Snickers. You always lose your edge when you're hungry. Better?
Better. Yo, I said, give me the track, I'm finna snap. You know, timid, I ain't that. Guess your memory got snatched and you forgot that you can't rap. Yeah, you need to get some money.
The campaign You're Not You When You're Hungry in its first full year helped increase global sales of Snickers by 15.9% and grew market share in 56 of the 58 markets in which it ran. Not bad for an 80-year-old, billion-dollar brand. In conclusion, the Snickers campaign is a brilliant example of creating a big, compelling global brand idea with universal appeal, matching a human truth with a brand truth, and executing it in a distinctive and locally relevant way.